energetic. And while we really prided ourselves on trying to, play melodic and some blues elements and things, we're loud.
Yeah.
And Blake's is a tough place to be a really loud band. So we, that was one of the first places we ever played here, and there was maybe 6 people in there, and we were trying, everything we do turn down. When you have this guy on the drums, I mean, you gotta kind of meet that. So they put up with it, but we ended up passing out earplugs to the crowd because the room is so small and concrete, and like, we didn't bring our acoustic show. We keep a djembe and a, guitar and bass and the eco bus, and we can do a light show. But we didn't have it, so we all became friends because we were trying to protect their ears a little bit, and then we did our show, so it worked out good.
And we have a big back.
Yeah, dude. That's a good
We
one.
also went off show at Blake's one night only.
That's right. There hasn't been anything too crazy up in here. We haven't come up here as much as we're looking forward to. I think this year we're going to get up here a few times. It's kind of all directions are pointing north now. We did a lot of running that I-35 run. Our bread and butter was Nebraska down to Texas. Plenty of Austin stories. All the gear's been stolen down there. We've had regular trials and tribulations that the band has. We had KC, the van caught on fire. We cooked ramen in the coffee pots. We've changed in the back of the van 500 times. The stuff that everybody's got to do if they, want to try to live by the sword. So.
We had another 2-hour parking night there last night.
Yeah, we got down by the wharf because we built this. We call it the eco bus. It's basically almost like a van chassis with an old bread truck on it, but it's completely fan funded. So not only did some people throw in some money, but we found some carpenters and people to help us out. So it's really cool inside. They have it all kind of matched around our little red stuff, with the red velvet cushions and bunks.
Is this like a Kickstarter, or was this just?
This was
informal?
Indiegogo.
Okay.
And we put it up at I think we put it up for 10 grand, and we got about 5,000, 6,000 through smaller donations, and then a private investor just kind of came out of the mist and closed the gap for us, which we're really grateful for. And then, of course, nothing's ever what your budget has. We've been throwing road money into it. But it's going good. The problem is that hotels, when they say oversize up here, they don't, oversize means any truck or van. It doesn't mean us.
So you have to think of a lot of elements when you're trying to make something an eco-friendly vehicle.
It's a different deal, and we're a little behind on. We're putting solar panels on the top too, because we all can't. We work out of there. I record in there sometime. I've written tunes in there. So we're going to absolutely try to get it to where all the computers and everything can at least run off of the sun too. So.
And does it run on cooking oil or something?
It's vegetable oil. So we're going to some days when we can line it up to meet with people on the road, we will be smelling like French fries. I don't know how rock and roll that is, but it'll be fun. So.
Do you partner up with restaurants to get their oil?
Yes, we've talked to some people, and we're make some stops. The thing is, we're hoping maybe to try to pull somebody in, a national sponsor that kind of shares the same green values and stuff too. So.
That's something you've been really kind of amazing at, is the very creative sponsorships that mean something to you, rather than like, hey, let's
get
some snack food or
yeah. Well, no, I appreciate that very much. Necessity is the mother of invention. As we saw the CD sales kind of go away over the years. Now we have dolls and bobblehead, our little red logo, Play So Good You Make a Devil Cry. We have non-tested lip balm and shot glasses. I mean, that truck is half full of, compartments of, it's like an ice cream, store, sell to the kids after the show. So, it was kind of a logical thing to also pick some sponsors too, because then, then hopefully we won't have to push our merch quite as hard,
So one thing that kind of caught my attention was the, speaking about financial literacy for young people.
It seems like a stretch, doesn't it? I think people don't think that banks and rock bands would have much to do with each other, and I get that. But what we do is we play about a 20-minute set, and we play as loud and proud as we can, because music makes the medicine go down. They're not going to listen to us if we don't give them some rock and roll first. We're kind of like Trojan horses too, in that we kind of dress like them and look like them, but our message is very much to go slow and steady. And actually, the most rock and roll thing in the world is having freedom. And so the idea is that it's really also about community too, that they're not going to be able to achieve the things that I think we all want to see happen in this world if they're beholden to debt and beholden to predatory lending and all this stuff. So while those things sound kind of cold, they get excited because we talk about other artists and people that have done, and it's really any job can really fit into that mold of slow and steady. But we'd really knock ourselves down a notch too, and a lot of the athletes, you look at these careers that go like this, and they're just all over the place. We show them a lot of statistics of people that everybody thinks they have it made, and I think it was 7 out of 10 of the NBA stars within 5 years of bankrupt. It was 60-some% NFL. It's staggering.
Yeah.
Because
I saw that on 30 for 30 on
Definitely.
ESPN.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they had a whole documentary about how athletes would get rich, and then right after their careers are over, go completely bankrupt.
Expenses rise to meet income every time. And rockers are just as bad too.
But it seems like you've keyed in on the fact that the money to be made is in performing live rather than, you know, and if you're recording, that's sort of the promotion for the live show, right?
The CD's the loss leader, absolutely. We've been really fortunate that, I tell people my first movie was Flash Gordon and then my first concert was Kiss, so I've had this weird path of like, I want to play rock and I want to do a really nice soundtrack. So we always cut this kind of these B-sides and things, and we eventually started a publishing company a few years back, and I've been pushing that. So we actually do well on the licensing side now. That's starting to help. So we've got some really neat film and TV placements. But you're exactly right. I mean, it's in entertaining, the ticket sales, and the dolls.
Do you sometimes
And the
feel
toy
like you're
business.
spending more time like with the marketing end of stuff
Oh,
than
that-
the
I think
creative end of?
any entrepreneur has to feel that way. Like the thing that you love is, as you're getting the business off the ground, I think becomes a smaller and smaller portion of your day. So we just try to look at it like, let's make sure if we only have 30 minutes, which we're grateful for the 30 minutes here, believe me, but, or if we have, in the Midwest somewhere out where the buses don't run, we have 3 hours, let's put everything we have into that because we're probably going to have, 3 days of straight for
Right.
money. So we just try to look at those as the little golden moments that the other things are kind of fighting for.
Just gonna stop. I like to start it every few minutes in
Sure.
case one file it goes down.
Well,
a
with
little.
me,